Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video review, and it's been a while, it's been a really long while, but we're back, and today we're taking a look at the S.H Monsterarts Heat Ray Gmk Godzilla from Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah, Giant Monsters, All Out Attack. I think I got that right. Or 2001 version, whichever one you prefer. Now, I was gonna record this earlier, like, not earlier as in days, but earlier today, but this guy's been giving me quite a few problems, and at first, I didn't really have any issues with him, but now I do. We got beef now. So first things first, I'm reviewing this figure because I finally got something to review, but more importantly, because this is something you can still get. I'm 90% sure. I'm pretty sure you can still get this guy from, you know, your big bad toy stores, your awesome collectors, your E-Night Medias, hashtag MVP E-Night Media, for about MSRP, which is a lot. I'd argue it's a lot for this figure, but we're gonna talk about that. So, initial thoughts. You know, it looks great. It's pretty fantastic. Articulation is pretty great. I should say, sculpt looks great. Paint, I don't know about that. Let's see if I can get his mouth paint kind of. Yeah, that's not too good, is it? I got a new light and it's still not useful. As you can see, it's pretty much just blue, and his gums aren't painted the right color. Even though in the promos it looked a lot better, and it's kind of deceiving. But anyways, basically it's not that good. The mouth paint. Now, let's move on to the spine paint, because that is something that we need to talk about. So, mine is okay. Not the best, not the worst. Has a weird little splotch here, and then on this side, these spines, like this one right here, is unpainted. But something that I've seen a lot in this Heat Ray GMK and in the upcoming Godzilla, which we'll talk about here in a minute, is a lot of variation in the color. So, you know, this isn't really that bright of a blue. I mean, it kind of is, but not really. I've seen GMKs that look a lot better, which is really weird to me, why the QC varies so much. This figure just overall had a ton of really weird QC. But anyways, the blue paint actually looks pretty nice. It's a lot nicer than I originally thought it would be. It has a really weird, odd kind of look to it that you can only really see in person. But still, mine has like pretty low bluage going on, so that kind of sucks. Now, I guess what other problems does he have? The tail joint on mine likes to pop off very easily, and I almost lost the very tip. Of course, now that I'm on camera, it's not doing it, but I did almost lose it because it fell off, and I didn't realize when I was moving him. His hand likes to pop off a lot. I don't know why. This wouldn't attach when I got it out of the box, and these are all issues that are fairly common, which is really weird. Just this figure overall had a lot of QC issues. But I think that's all of them, really. It's always the left arm, from what I can tell, the one that doesn't like going on. And his tail popping off is fairly common. I haven't heard the hand, I don't think, or at least not as often. Which, I mean, we've been over this. These really shouldn't be issues on a $100 figure, because that's basically what this figure cost. I think it was like 95 MSRP. So if you order off like Amazon and Big Bad Toy Store, you're definitely paying over 100 easily. So yeah, it really sucks because the original The original GMK was like 80, 85, something like that. I probably should have checked, but I'm pretty sure that's around the correct price. So I guess next up is Articulation. It's been a while, so I'm out of practice, and I'm probably doing this all out of order. But, he's got a lot of joints, as you can see. You can look up real can we cut? There we go. That's another issue I've been having with him. I completely forgot about that. But, you can look up pretty far to look at the, GMK Godzilla we don't have. And, he can look down fairly far as well. You just gotta break the joint a little bit. That's a pretty decent amount, actually. I don't know. I'm gonna try this arm. It's like really loose, but at the same time really tight. Like, I think the joint itself is loose, but the sculpt is catching the sculpt of the shoulder, so it's not as loose as it would be. But arms can do a full 360. There's a joint here, so I can turn. There's a double elbow joint, so I can go really far up, and decent enough far up, and go down. His head. Oh, yeah, there he goes. Okay. This might not be on right because I kind of forget how it goes. So maybe that's why it pops off a lot. I'm not sure, but it does. So we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. And use his other arm. So yeah, I can go all the way around, go up and down a decent amount. Now for his chest, I have to be careful with his chest because I was moving it earlier and his spine just straight up popped off. It was this one. I've glued it since. And I think the reason for that is because when I was looking at the slot for it, because they're all like individually glued on, I guess, it was really ugly looking. It wasn't even a slot anymore. It looked just like a mess of paint, and I guess it wasn't on properly, so I might do it like a stress test for them and take them all off and then just glue them back on or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, it just straight up popped off. Yeah, you can look down a decent bit. Breaks the sculpt, but you know, whatever. That's the deal with these figures. If you want them to move. I think it just popped his head off again. Which it shouldn't happen, but to be honest, I could probably just tighten this up a bit and it would be fine. There we go. Yeah, he can kind of move a lot. Well, actually. Oh no, I feel a spine coming off again. Hold up. Yeah, that's definitely coming out. I don't know. He can move his chest a lot. Kind of. I guess others can, mine can't. That's as much as I can move him without breaking something, because I can feel it breaking. Or not breaking, just coming off. The glue was not applied properly. His legs, oh wow, that's tight. I completely forgot how tight that was. They could probably go all the way around. Goes up pretty decent amount. Oh wow, it actually goes up a lot. Yeah, and go almost all the way around. I don't think it'll be able to do fully, so I'm not gonna push it farther than it feels like it can go. He's got a knee joint that you can barely use. He can straighten his leg out quite a bit though. And his feet are on pretty decent joints. I really like his legs, or his feet. They look really nice. They look like they're really clenching the ground. Alright, and his tail. His tail can do pretty much anything you want it to. I will say though, his tail joints are kind of like, they feel like they'd pop off easily. Oh wow, that's a really nice carpet. The very bottom ones, or not bottom ones, last ones do, especially. But yeah, you can get some really nice curves. So yeah, that's it for articulation. Pretty much A plus. Jesus. Again, really tight leg joint there. I really don't like that disc is like coming off. Especially because I've taken off the plates on a Monsterarts Godzilla before for a custom, and they would not come out even with hair drying, and these are coming out like super easily. That's something I never noticed. So you're probably thinking, this is the S.H Monsterarts Heat Ray version 2001 Godzilla. Surely he has a beam, especially for $100. Well, of course he doesn't, you silly heads. What is this? A good company? Joking aside, it really does suck that this is the Heat Ray version and it doesn't have a Heat Ray. They could have just included the one they've given us with the Heisei Godzillas. But it's whatever, you know. This is, I can talk, I swear. I wouldn't really recommend this figure to people who have the original. You know, the paint isn't anything spectacular. You wouldn't be missing out, and it would be better to just save your money for something better. But for people who missed out on the original mold and don't want to pay, you know, the crazy aftermarket prices, definitely pick it up before it starts going up in price, because it will go up in price. Now, size comparisons, I guess. This guy's a pretty hefty boy, which is weird because I'm pretty sure he's one of the shortest Godzillas. Here it is next to the 6-inch Funko Pop. Wait a minute. This isn't 6 inches. What am I saying? I don't know what size Funko Pop this is. I guess standard size, because it's definitely not 6 inch. Here it is compared to the S.H Monsterarts Godzilla 2019. This is the original 2019, the very first one, the one that doesn't have the ugly face, but we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that when that comes out, or gets here, I should say, because it's already come out. As you can see, GMK is a very hefty boy. I'm really not liking that angle, but my phone has. I'm gonna have to do some editing or something. Not editing, changing my layout eventually. And here it is with the NECA GMK, because you guys had to know this was coming. So I guess we'll do a mini figure war, collectible clash, I think I called it. Okay, first things first, this is a custom painted one, because this is the atomic version, but I painted it pretty much all gray. You can see some of the blue showing through, but it's not that big a deal. And I modded it a little bit, but really it doesn't really do much, because this is basically the same. And the tail is a little bit more of a big deal. Like, I guess it does more, but it's not really that much more either. So, which one is the better one? If we weren't taking price into account, it's still kind of hard, because this guy really isn't that bad. He gets a bad rap. Bad rep? Yeah, bad rap, not rap. Because he's not entirely accurate. But I don't think that's a bad thing. I think he still looks pretty good. You can still tell it's GMK. And I don't think it's as ugly as people say it is. I think it looks good, like I said. His mouth joint could have been better, though. I will say that. I really don't like the hinge. But anyways, you know, he's a hefty size. He's on the bigger size for NECA figures as well. Articulation is pretty decent. And this guy, number two things that this guy has on top of this guy. He came with a beam with no price increase. He's the same price as the normal NECA GMK. And his spines are actually translucent. And you can't see that because the light is shining this way when it should be shining this way, and I can't show you because I don't have a flashlight. But believe me, I can't really do anything. But they are translucent, so when you put it up to the light, you can see. Oh, actually, you kind of see it now. It kind of has a glowy effect. If they weren't so paint covered, you could probably see it a little bit better. But it is what it is. It still has it, you know, we can still see that a bit more thought was put into it than this. Now, you probably won't be able to get this figure as easily anymore because NECA lost the license, so they're not making any more Godzilla figures. But if you can still snag this guy for around like 20 to 30 bucks, I'd say that's pretty good. 30 over is probably pushing it unless you're counting shipping. Well, this guy, he's like 100, and he's good, but like he's not $100 good. Like, it looks pretty good. You know, articulation's pretty good, but otherwise, paint isn't that great. It's kind of like super thick as well, which makes the details look weird. And he has a lot of issues, honestly. His arm won't stay on or falls off. His tail falls off. His head falls off. His hand falls off. The spine thing I said earlier, I was trying to twist his body around to show you guys, and another spine felt like it was gonna come off. So I mean, if you absolutely have to have it, go for it, because that's probably the cheapest it'll be. There it goes again. I lost my train of thought. It's the cheapest it'll be for. It's the cheapest it'll be. It won't go cheaper probably, and it'll only go up from here because it's a special color version, and scalpers see that and they're like, money, 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 money. The thing that makes this figure really great is the base mold, I guess is how you could word it best. Because the special color version doesn't really add much to it. What it does add isn't that great. Paint is, you know, it's decent, you know. Decent. I think for I was gonna say this is better, but this is kind of earlier NECA, so it's really just painted one color. But again, the translucency is pretty nice. I don't know. It's not that much better than, like, you know, a $25 figure. This is what, 3 times as much? I can math, I swear. So I don't know. Really, at the end of the day, it's up to you. Like I said, if you absolutely have to have a Monsterarts Gmk, go for it, because it'll only go up in price. But the asking price to begin with, oh, there it goes, is already pretty high. So, yeah, I think that's it. Look, it's been a while since I've done one of these. I'm not too, I'm not the best at it anymore. I was, and don't you guys forget it, but, I probably should have warmed up a bit, done a test run or something. But next time, we'll probably be reviewing the Monsterarts Godzilla vs. Kong Godzilla. So yay! We got a lot to talk about with that one. Anyway, I forgot what I used to say at the end of the videos. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more. And have a great day. Peace.